folks, what we're going to do here today is I'm going to show you how I do my technique of self-watering containers. When I say self-watering, I don't mean they went and got a hose, turned it on, and sprayed themselves. But I mean we have a reservoir of water in the bottom of the container. So let me show you the parts that we're going to need. Okay, first and foremost, you need a container. And this happened to be a 55-gallon plastic barrel that I cut 1/3 right here. I cut this section off of this to make it easily accessible, but big enough to put in my water containers down there. That is actually a 4-inch perforated pipe used for drainage, like in French drains or whatever. So you'll need enough of that to encircle the bottom. You'll also need the ground cloth, big enough area to cover both the ends of that drain pipe and on top of it, so that the soil doesn't go down and clog it up. So you'll need that. You also need a PVC or ABS or whatever size pipe. And I've done here, you can see that it's just long enough to fit up past the top so that I can fill it up. And what you need to also do on the bottom is cut an angle so that when you put it down in and it hits the bottom of the container, it won't block it off if it's blunt. So you can always get water into it. And what else I'm going to do is right at the top of the drain pipe, I'm going to drill a hole about 5/8 inch or 3/4 size, so that when I do fill up the reservoir with water, I'll know when it's full when the water starts coming out of that hole. But you got to always make sure that you put the hole above your perforated pipe. So I'll go ahead and get started, and I'll bring you back in as we progress. Okay, now what we've done, I went ahead and I covered both ends of the drain pipe, perforated drain pipe, with the ground cloth that will let water go through, but it won't let any of the soil. So here are both ends covered. Now what I had to do, my zip ties weren't long enough, so what I did, I just joined two of them together, tightened them up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that perforated pipe in the bottom here, spin it around so it fits tightly, and then I will poke a hole in it, the top, so that I can put my fill pipe into that. And I'll show you what that looks like when I get finished. Okay, here's what it looks like shoved down in there. That's comes up 4 inches from the bottom. The drain pipe is down inside of the 4-inch drain pipe. The fill pipe, excuse me, is down inside the 4-inch drain pipe, and it comes up right outside the edge. Now I'm going to go get my drill and drill the appropriate hole for the drain, probably on this side here. But also I'm going to drill a couple holes so that I can fasten this back against the top of the tub, so this doesn't get knocked all around. When I get that done, I'll get back with you. Alright, so now I'm going to measure how high up we want to put this hole. And I'm thinking about 5 inches from the very bottom will be at the top. There we go. I'll show you what that looks like. Right at the top. All right. So we'll change this bit. Turn this around. Now I'm going to drill 2 holes on either side of this so that we can keep this from moving. Okay. Now I want to fasten it with a zip tie. Let me fasten this with a zip tie, but I want to start it from the inside so that the fastener is on the inside when I latch it. That way it's not scratching anybody. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the ground cloth over top of that perforated pipe so that the soil, when I put it in, does not go down in there and clog it all up. But I want the soil to stay up top and the water to stay at the bottom, and then the water will permeate up through the soil. And the very reason that I covered these was to keep the dirt from going back in there whenever it does settle down in through. Okay? I'll get back with you when I get that done. Okay, here we are. I've got the ground cloth down in there and tucked in, and underneath of it, of course, is my perforated reservoir pipe. There's the fill pipe, and like I say, it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be efficient. Now the next thing that I'll do with this myself, I'll put about 4 inches of wood chips in the bottom, then I'll fill it up with the appropriate amount of potting soil or potting mix. And if you look here, right down here, you can see the drain hole, that when I fill this up and that gets totally full, it'll start coming out of the hole. Okay, so we hope you've enjoyed my version of the quote self-watering planter unquote, and make sure you subscribe to Mom Paw on the Swing and give us a like, and be sure you share this. If it's been helpful for you, comment below. Thanks.